Yo, what's good, everybody? Gamers, casuals, and all that in between. Welcome back to another episode 29 of the Skip weekly patch notes. So yeah, we're going to be bringing you guys the weekly patch notes this week. We've got some goodies, some I think, maybe a few, I don't know, whatever. But anyways, yeah, please do like and subscribe. Starting with my co-hosts. First of all, I'm Thamziri. Shit. What am I saying? I'm Thamziri, main host. What's good? Joining with my co-hosts, I got young Maxwell. What's good, man?
Man, how you doing?
I'm Gucci, bro. Next up, we got Kid Kojo. What's up?
I'm Based, man. How you doing?
Yo, Based. That's a new one. Okay, sure. I see you, man. Sure. I see you switching it up. I bet. But yeah, guys, we're going to be giving you some lovely gaming news and some tidbits and all that. But before we get started, is there any admin from any of you guys?
Yes. First of all,
hit us up.
Premier League starting this weekend. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Obviously, we're recording before the match has happened, so I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, I'm expecting a Chelsea win. Obviously, I'm being stupidly optimistic, but I'm just going to say right here and right now, Chelsea win. I suppose if the editing happens after the game is played, the editor can just cut out what I've said so I don't look as stupid. So, and then the other thing I can mention, we might as well get it out of the way here because you guys seem to care so much about it. Me personally, I'm indifferent. Your little Tay thing.
Bruh, I'm so glad I didn't actually tweet about it. I just sent you guys the photo because when I was dumbfounded about the whole shenanigans. Yeah, then I was like, okay, thank God I wasn't,
See, here's my question, because Kojo had a similar type of reaction to you. Why are you all so invested in somebody who hasn't been around for 5 years or something like that?
5, nigga, she's 14.
Yes, and she hasn't I believe when I did my research, she blew up from going viral at the age of 7 or something like that, then disappeared.
Oh, that's what you mean. Right. No, so the thing is, I didn't care too much. It's just to say that a meme died. That's how it was to me. Niggas die every day, but she was a living meme, bro. Eminem even put her in a song. Likening answering MGK's diss rap is the same as babysitting Little Tay. I was just like, oh, is M gonna remove that line now? Shit like that.
Nah, okay. I thought you guys were all upset about it because oh my goodness, how could she pass away so young and all of that stuff. Man, that kid's in Africa dying before they even see the age of 2.
Facts.
She had a fruitful 14 years of life.
Facts. Hella fruitful. But yeah, I aware, bro. Is that all the admin? Kojeezy, anything from you, bro?
None.
Okay. For me, guys, Baldur's Gate 3, fucking amazing game. Someone said something in the previous episode about possibly Game of the Year. Fucking agree. Hella agree. As well as they had a huge, for those who have Baldur's Gate, they now released the updates, patch notes, basically saying that they fixed the whole crashing. Those of you who don't know, now and then during the turn-based fights, whenever the NPCs had to take their turn, the game would freeze for a bit. You would literally think your game's frozen or crashed. Sometimes it actually did crash. Mine crashed. I sent a few bug reports and whatever, but they said they fixed that, as well as some of the voice acting was kind of shoddy for some people, for some NPCs. So they've also fixed that and re-enhanced it. So it's nothing too hectic that you have to start the game again fully, so you should be okay. Another big update is the Phasmophobia big update is going to be coming soon, I think in about a week from now. For those of you who've never played the game, Phasmophobia is a ghost hunting game where you basically go into a house or a location and try find clues to determine what the ghost is before it hunts and kills you. So for those of you who are players, I'm sure you guys have seen the patch notes by now. I am flipping excited. As for whether I'll be returning to the game, who knows? But anyways, yeah, that's all the admin that I have. Alrighty, now then, moving on to the gaming news. Max, what's been going on in the world?
All right, so this is a short gaming news section. We're talking about THQ Nordic. They had a 50-minute showcase that happened earlier this week, which I encourage people to check out if they're into games, quality games that aren't AAA properties. From this showcase, we learned that THQ had 37 games in development, where 20 of them were not revealed. So they have a whole stack. But within the showcase, the two games that had caught everyone's attention were the new South Park game called South Park Snow Day. It's coming next year, and it's going to be a multiplayer game, 3D multiplayer game. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, specifically the rumored Last Ronin game. It has now been officially confirmed, but without any release date. So it's years away, assuming it doesn't experience any kind of development hell. Because a lot of people are not confident in THQ Nordic's ability to develop game. Keeping in mind that THQ are not developers anymore, but publishers. So they have smaller developers under them who are in charge of these games. So we'll see what comes out of that. But that's all that I want to talk about in the gaming news. Anything you guys want to share gaming news-wise?
Nah, I don't really have much in the gaming news. Kojo?
I've got a handful of things. Sorry, Maxwell, if I bite some of your stuff from the news blitz. My bad. I'm sorry.
You better not.
So let's talk about Activision versus the internet's busiest music nerd. Now, do any of you know who Anthony Fantano is?
No, I do not know him, but I do know what was going on with him.
Awesome. So Anthony Fantano is the internet's busiest music nerd. He is probably the most well-known internet music critic. I used to watch his videos from time to time back in my high school days. He would point me onto new music and stuff. Well, so he came up with this. Well, he had this viral clip. You know how TikTok has these soundboards where they have these viral sound clips that you can use in your TikToks? Well, he had one of those and went viral from a 2021 clip. So he apparently has been charging people for using that clip. And one of those people was Activision. Now, Activision used that sound bite in an advertisement for a Crash Bandicoot game, I believe. So Anthony was requesting money from Activision and a bunch of other people. And apparently it was extortion, quote unquote extortion amounts. So Activision countersued or sued. We're going to file the suit against Anthony Fantano on the 24th of July. But on the 11th of August 2023, turns out that Activision has dropped the suit. And it means that they dropped it and they cannot reopen it later. So all's well that ends well, I guess. Next up, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption. Anybody knows what I know Max probably knows what I'm going to talk about.
Yep.
I don't know the news.
Okay, let me fill you in, Tums. So, Red Dead Redemption, I think Maxwell spoke about this either last podcast or a podcast before that, where there were rumors of a Red Dead Redemption remake or remaster of some sort. Well, Rockstar came out and put those rumors to bed. Well, not to bed, but they sort of confirmed, but not really. So what they said was, yes. What they said was, hey guys, we've got something Red Dead Redemption coming, but it is not a remake, it is not a remaster, it is a conversion of Red Dead Redemption coming to the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 on August 17th. Now, when they say conversion, it just means it's a port. It is literally just a port of the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 version. It looks exactly the same, no touch-ups. Maybe they've turned up the brightness a little bit that people have been comparing.
They had that, what was that thing they added to it? Zombie or something, or Nightmare?
Undead Nightmare, but then that came out already. So they are saying that, oh, this is a definitive edition. Well, not definitive. They're saying this is a complete edition, but there's no mention of multiplayer, which was available in the original versions. And the kicker is that guess how much they're charging for this tummy?
I don't know, a couple thousands of dollars.
No, like think of gaming price, normal game.
Oh, price on all games. Shit, I don't know. Can I think in rands? 1,200 rands. Like,
Pretty close.
That's
Yes.
around there. $50.
oh, shit.
So people are
God
up in
damn.
arms. Yeah, people are up in arms because they're charging $50 for not even a remake or not even a remaster, but a port. And when asked about this whole situation, the Take-Two CEO came out and said, CEO Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two CEO, during an earnings call when he was asked about the price, and he said, and I quote, "That's just what we believe is the commercially accurate price for it," end quote, which is a bunch of nonsense.
Hella nonsense.
$50
Yeah.
for a port.
Let me add to that of why people are upset. Aside from the fact that the video announcing the game has the dislike is higher than the like ratio, first of all. Second of all, apparently you can buy that game for those old consoles for $30. And if you have an Xbox, you have it backwards compatible, which is a better version than what you could buy if you just bought the original version.
Okay.
So, but sticking with Rockstar, they made an acquisition that was very interesting. And they made a brief blog post, so I'm just going to read the blog post. It's pretty brief. So, on August the 11th, they wrote, and I quote, that the title of the blog post was CFX.RE joins Rockstar Games. And this is what it says, and I quote, "Today, we are proud to announce that CFX.RE, the team behind the biggest Rockstar roleplay and creator communities, 5M and Red M, are now officially a part of Rockstar Games. Over the past few years, we've watched with excitement as Rockstar's creative community have found new ways to expand the possibilities of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, particularly through the creation of the dedicated roleplay service. As a way to further support those efforts, we recently expanded our policy on mods to officially include those made by the roleplay creative community. By partnering with the CFX.RE team, we will help them find new ways to support this incredible community and improve the services they provide to their developers and players. We look forward to sharing more in the coming weeks and months ahead," end quote. So people are like, oh, this is a very good purchase. This is, because usually Rockstar will, well, not that they'll shut down roleplay service and stuff like that, but they're very litigious with their properties. Like when people try to remake one of the previous games, they'll shut it down like quick. So for them to acquire,
Basically like Nintendo.
pretty much. So from there to acquire these role-playing communities, people are excited. Like, oh, they're acknowledging these communities and they want to see what they can do. And people are saying, what does this mean for GTA 6? So people can speculate what it means for GTA 6. I guess we just have to wait and see. So
It's not canon.
Dude, GTA 6 is a unicorn, man. But it's
Facts.
eventually. So
Yo,
yeah, that is
it's
it.
more certain than Elder Scrolls 6.
Too soon.
Fair.
But yeah, that is it for my news.
Okay, away. Moving on to the gaming corner. What are the releases, bruv?
Okay, let's talk about, as Tommy said, the releases of the week. First, we have a game called God, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, released on August 8th, 2023. We have a game called Tower of Fantasy, released on PlayStation 5, currently released on August 8th, 2023. We have a game called 30XX, released on PC on August 9th, 2023. We have Atlas Fallen, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, released on August 10th, 2023, currently sitting at a 64 on Metacritic. We have a game called Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, released on August 10th, 2023, currently sitting at a 75 on Metacritic. We have Stray, making its appearance on Xbox Series and Xbox One, released on August 10th, 2023. And finally, we have House Flipper. Tommy, I believe you know House Flipper.
Of course, bruv.
We have House Flipper, making its appearance on PlayStation VR 2 and PlayStation VR, released on August 11th, 2023. So that is it for the releases of the week. Now, really briefly, I just want to talk about Mortal Kombat 1 because we got a lot of news about Mortal Kombat 1 in the past few weeks. So, let me get to it. Last time I spoke about Mortal Kombat 1, we talked about the Lin Kuei trailer. Now, there have been 3 more trailers since then. Let's talk about the first one. First one is a trailer called Ngadi. Now, it's a new faction. What the Ngadi are, they are warrior priestesses trained from a young age to protect the royal family. So, think of them like the Dora Milaje from Black Panther, kinda. If that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah.
In that trailer, it confirmed that Li Mei, Tanya, and Baraka are back as base roster characters. Li Mei hasn't been seen since the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. Tanya hasn't been seen since MKX as a DLC character, and Baraka was an MK11. So he's back. And revealed as cameo fighters are Darius, who hasn't been seen since the 3D era, and Goro, who was in MKX, I believe. Next up, we have the trailer called The Keepers of Time. This trailer revealed Garrus, who was revealed or made his first appearance in MK11. He is back in MK1. And the final trailer, which is the trailer that blew up, it was revealed at EVO, is called Banished. This trailer, as I said, was revealed at EVO. It blew up. It is currently, aside from the CG trailer, announcement trailer that was announced back in May for MK1, this trailer is the most viewed MK1 trailer because it revealed a bunch of characters, but the main one people were hyped to see was a fan favorite, a character that I didn't know was a big fan favorite until this trailer, Reptile.
How did you not know that?
I thought Reptile, I figured Reptile was popular, but I didn't know he was that popular. Like, he was trending on Twitter and everything. Like, it was wild. I didn't know he was that popular.
There are certain characters where in what's his name? Ed Boon's Twitter thread, people are always like, bring back blah blah blah, bring back blah blah blah. And the main characters who always have this is Reptile, Melina, Smoke, Striker, and there's one more, I believe. I'm forgetting who that last one is. But it's always bring back this person, bring back this person. Every single I believe it's Jade.
No, the thing about it is I knew Reptile was popular, but like the reception was crazy, especially at EVO. I watched the live reaction, so hearing the crowd was crazy. So Reptile is back as a base character, but so is Ashrah and Havoc, who haven't been seen since the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. They are back, and Ashrah has been reimagined in a very different way. So she's back, and so is Havoc. He's also back as well. And Serena is confirmed, also from the 3D era, but she's confirmed as a cameo character. And that is pretty much it for my Mortal Kombat news and the gaming corner.
Oh wait, broski, thanks, dog. Max, anything from your side, gaming corner wise?
Yeah, so I'd just like to briefly mention that there was a quick announcement of Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Its release window is going to be in November, and it will be available on past generation and current generation. So I suppose it's a good thing that past players can still get to enjoy the fun, because we are quickly moving on to forgetting about past gen consoles and focusing on present gen consoles. It's not anymore next gen, it's current gen. Officially now it's current gen.
Yeah, let me just add on to that. So the worldwide reveal for the game is going to happen on August 17th, and it's going to happen in Warzone, I believe, which isn't the first time they've done this. They revealed Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard in Warzone as well a few years ago. And in the recent trailer, which is pretty cool, so like a live action type trailer, Makarov is back. Everybody remember Makarov?
What? Yeah.
I mean, it's the Modern Warfare story, so it's kind of like no brainer.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to come back, but it's nice that it's official. So, yeah, that is it for my adding on to what Maxwell said.
That's all right. Thanks, Broski. All right, ladies and germs, we have reached the middle of the show. We hope you are liking it thus far. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow, and share the podcast to many of your friends and families, and hell, even your co-workers. Shit. All right, moving on to the content creator news. Okay, so mine's gonna be not really short, but it's I don't want to get too much like into it. So recently I watched a video by KSI called Jake Paul is Insecure. Now usually I'm watching KSI videos for the try not to laugh or you'll get, you know, or I pay you $2,000 or some stupid shit like that. I've never won a single one, even though I've got push notifications on, but that's another story for another day. So watching the KSI video, it was, well, I mean, he was pretty much talking about a whole lot of other shit, but round about like the 13-minute mark, for those of you guys who've seen the video, if you haven't, link will be in the description. Yeah, so he basically brought up how Jake Paul and Logan Paul were on their podcast, Impulsive thing run by Logan Paul. And the topic was around how during Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz's fight, Logan was not allowed to promote Prime Hydration, right? Which is a hydration company with him and KSI. Him being Logan Paul and KSI, they've got Prime. It's a caffeine energy drink type thing. Cool. So as his own brother, he wasn't even allowed to advertise it at Jake Paul's fight against Nate Diaz. So obviously, you know, conversation first spanned about, okay, was it because of the business, the company, what was going on? And Logan was like, no, everything was sorted out, contracts, you know, this and this, we were ready to promote, we just weren't allowed because we're told by your team, you're being, you know, Jake Paul, that we're not allowed to do this, you know, this and this and this. So how the conversation pretty much spun out, like I said, you guys can watch the video in the description, how the conversation spun out was almost like, you know, Jake Paul was also, well, was all on the whole tip of like, yeah, but like, why should I promote this when it's got KSI's face on it, you know, because they still have beef. But, you know, Logan's just like, dude, that's why I wanted to do it myself, you know, KSI wasn't going to be there, you know, all this and this. And like, it just kept sounding like Jake Paul's like, dude, I don't want it because KSI is going to be on it. Dude, like, stop being a fucking bitch. Like, oh my God, support your brother. Like, forget your enemies at this point and just support your brother. But dude, it's Jake Paul. So just to give you some more insights on this, right? So in the video, KSI was just like, yeah, no, the fact that Dazen, who's one of the promoters, didn't let Logan enter the arena, you know, with a Prime bottle or his Prime chain or anything Prime, Logan Paul just had to go as Logan Paul. No advertising, none of this. Like, yeah, it was flipping weird. But then at the same time, it's just like, why did Jake Paul get so touched on the podcast when Logan was just like, just stating how, you know, it sucked to not be able to promote Prime? Like, in most cases, look, if you plug some shit that has nothing to do with you, that's understandable. But dude, one, it's your brother. It's your brother's brand. You know, the best you could do is let him get like just a little bit of advertising. I mean, you guys can obviously fucking tune in on this and let me know what you think. But I mean, it is kind of hectic that like man is holding such beef just because KSI is part of Prime. It's, dude, yeah, such little boy behavior. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything from y'all? Well, on this topic?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I feel like it's manufactured beef at this stage. That's what I think it is. And second of all, man, Prime doesn't really need any more help.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's stupid to me. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Like, I won't get too into it because the beef between like the Logan brothers. Not the Logan brothers. My gosh, the Paul brothers. Yeah, nah, they cringe to me in any case. But Kojo, anything on this for you?
No, nothing to add on to that story.
I bet. Moving on to your content news, bro. What you got for us?
Yeah, so let's start off with PewDiePie. Everybody know PewDiePie? Remember PewDiePie?
Yeah, the baby daddy.
Yes.
I know where this is going.
Okay, take it away.
No, I'm saying I'm expecting you to bring up Tommy's favorite content creator.
I oath if Mr. Beast is in this fucking news again, I'll be pissed.
I can guarantee you Mr. Beast is not in what I'm about to say right now.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not the video about him with PewDiePie and the Sidemen?
No.
Okay, then I don't know where this is going.
Okay. So, PewDiePie, remember we spoke about him before, like a bunch of episodes ago, about how he was taking a break from YouTube to prepare for the birth of his son.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, we spoke about how his son was born on July the 11th, baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought, okay, baby was born. PewDiePie said he's going to take a break. So everybody just chill. We wait for him to come back. But surprisingly, on August the 11th, 2023, he dropped a vlog, a 16-minute vlog, documenting before and after the birth. So a little bit before the birth of his son, and then after the birth of his son, him taking Bjorn home, filming everything, taking care of him, the beginning of his fatherhood, that kind of stuff. So it was actually a very nice video to watch. It was a pleasant surprise to see a vlog so soon, or a video so soon. So yeah, I think people should go check that video out. It's a really nice video. It's cute. It's adorable. It's Felix being PewDiePie's name. Felix is a father now. It's crazy to think, but time is moving and people are growing, man. I remember PewDiePie for screaming at Amnesia back in the day. Now he's a father. That's crazy, man. But anyway,
we're getting old, man.
Yes, we are. So remember how I said that I wasn't going to say anything about Mr. Beast in this story?
Okay, yeah.
Well, I am true to my word. I didn't speak about anything Mr. Beast related in this story. However, let's talk about Tammy's best friend. Tammy, I'm sorry. But
who?
Guess.
Okay, if not Mr. Beast, then don't say Astro Speed.
No, it is Mr. Beast.
Oh fuck. Okay, what, dude? What more could Jimmy be doing right now?
No, so remember how we spoke last episode about how he was suing Virtual Dining Concepts, the company behind Beast Burgers, Mr. Beast Burgers?
Yeah.
Well, they are countersuing him for guess how much, guys?
How much did he want to do it? 100 million. What?
Hey, hold on. I thought we discussed this last week.
Yes, we did. But
I know he was suing them, but for them to be suing back.
No, Kojo also mentioned that they were suing back, that they're suing back 100 million.
Yes, but then this is an update.
Oh, on that. Okay. Yeah.
So pretty much what they said was they came up with a lawsuit, and the lawsuit had more to say than previous, because what they said was they pretty much it was a knee-jerk reaction to what Mr. Beast said. Now they were like, okay, well, we're gonna take some time. This is what we said, cool. Now they're like, okay, 100 million, we're suing you. Now, this is what they said. They pretty much said that what Mr. Beast wanted was the irreparable damage to what he said. The things he said have now caused what he said that Virtual Dining Concepts did, which was cause irreparable damage to the Mr. Beast brand. Does that make sense what I just said?
Shit, nigga. Wait, so what he said is damaging VDC's image, or what VDC said is damaging Mr. Beast's image? Okay.
Yes. So he said, this suit said, and I quote, "This wanton conduct has caused plaintiffs to suffer enormous financial harm." And then they went on to say a whole other bunch of things. They called Mr. Beast's lawsuit meritless and ill-advised. And they also said that he breached their agreement and attempted to negotiate a new deal that was trying to serve his own monetary interests and give him more of a say, to give up more of the brand to him himself instead of the original contract that, sort of like shared the load, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So the lawsuit goes on to say, like any party to a contract, Donaldson must be held to his word and held accountable for his contractual breaches over misconduct. Donaldson's baseless and unlawful disparagement had the intended effect. This is what I was saying before. Mr. Beast Burgers reputation was materially damaged, if not destroyed. Customers abandoned the brand, plaintiffs' hard-won relationships with vendors, partners, and suppliers were shattered, causing damages to plaintiffs that, according to the evidence and Donaldson's own statements regarding the value of Mr. Beast Burger, are in the 9-figure range. So this is it's hotting up or heating up, as I like to say. So we'll keep you guys updated. Again, sorry, Tommy. I hope this is the last we hear from him in a while.
I doubt it. Some other bullshit's gonna come through. Watch.
True. But also to add on to what Maxwell said earlier, yes, I did see that PewDiePie and the Sidemen are going to be in the Mr. Beast video. So keep a lookout for that one. That's actually, I think that's going to be a banger. Also, side note, Mr. Beast uploaded a video on the 12th of August 2023, and in 3 hours, guess how many views that video got?
5 million.
5 million, Maxwell?
I don't know, 98 million.
I wish. 11 million in 3 hours. Like, guys, this guy has cracked the code, man. He's figured it out.
I oath he's hacking the. I don't know. No, I don't want to say that.
Nah, I think his followers are all natural, man.
Yeah, I don't want to say that shit.
I think so. But yeah, that is it for the Mr. Beast stuff. If anybody wants to add to the Mr. Beast stuff, Tommy?
Nah, I'm good. No hate on the homie. Well, not too much.
Okay. Now let's talk about Maxwell's best friend. This time.
This is probably Kai or Aisho.
It is Kai.
Yep, I figured.
It is Kai. So we spoke last week, or Tommy spoke last week about the. Well, how do I put it?
Okay, wait, no, I'll say it later. No, it's in relation to Kai, but then I realized the segment isn't over and you probably will mention it. So let me just wait to see if you mention it. And if you don't, I'll mention it at the end of the segment.
I doubt I'll mention it, but yeah. So Tommy mentioned in the previous episode about the riot that stemmed from his failed giveaway in Union Square in New York. Well, he went on stream real briefly and he uploaded a video onto his official YouTube channel. It's a 10-minute video where he spoke. This was on August 10th. He spoke briefly about the whole situation and everything. He acknowledged that he has a bunch of charges levied at him. He said he's going to take a break from streaming for a while, not too long, just for a while. His first court date is on August the 16th, which Asmongold was like, oh yeah, genius plan to tell everybody when your court date is. Very smart. But he pretty much did what he didn't come out outright and say, I'm sorry, this was my fault. Pretty much danced around that. He did say things like, if he's going to do this again, he's going to hit up the right people, make the right calls. Those were his words, in order to make this official. He also went on to say that the press were out of line. They went to his mother's house with cameras and everything, trying to peer into the windows and everything. He also said that the press misrepresented him and things, saying that he didn't have anything to give away, where it's like that was just false. He said that he was also, in his words, beyond disappointed in the people who showed up that caused damage to people's cars. He said he was watching the videos.
I saw people make specific comments to that comment, where it's like, how can this guy be disappointed when he's the chief and the engineer of stupidity? Where it's like, if you are portraying stupid behavior, you will be attracting stupid behavior. Bars.
That's
deep, man. But yeah, he said that it was never his intention to cause this. It came from a good place. He's from New York and he always wanted to give back to the community that made him who he is. And then he said that this event made him realize that he has a lot of power and influence over a lot of people, which he should have realized that he already did. But I guess this made him realize just how much, because I think he saw the amount of people that showed up and he was like, damn, I do have a lot of people.
I bet you September he'll be back to doing something stupid in a video, in a stream.
Probably. So yeah, he's going to court on August the 16th. That's pretty much what he said. We'll link the video, the 10-minute video, in the description, so you can see. He pretty much just said a bunch of stuff. What I said was the things that stuck out to me. So yeah, that's it for the Cenat situation. We'll keep you updated on how the court situation goes if he updates us. And that is it for my content creation side.
Oh, wait, broski. Thanks, bro. Do you have any news on esports? Because I don't.
I do, but first, Maxwell, you said something about Cenat, or was that what you said?
Thank you, Kojo. Tom, you have issues. Like, you have something against me.
Bro. Leave our section. I'm kidding. Go for it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to add to the whole Cenat that, Kojo, you'll probably know better than I do on this because I just saw it in passing, but there's some dude called Jinxie, whatever his name is, who's become the new highest Twitch person thingy, whatever the hell that's called. And people are talking about how he came out of nowhere. Like, who the hell is this person?
Industry plant.
But apparently,
but
apparently, from what some people are saying, because a lot of people, like, they don't even know where he came from. They just heard, this is the first time they've heard of his name. But for the few people who do know where he came from, they say that he is a Rainbow Six content creator, and that this guy basically puts all of his uploads on TikTok, and that he's got the TikTok algorithm figured out, and that's what blew him up. Because like everything he puts on TikTok are just bangers, and that's probably what has worked for him bleeding into Twitch.
Yeah, Jinxie, I heard of him some months ago for the first time, also because he was gaining in subs, so I heard about him. It's funny because another one of my friends actually also asked me who Jinxie was, and I told him, Rainbow Six content creator, blowing up now, and he was surprised. He was like, all these people are just blowing up out of nowhere. Who are these people? But yeah, that is it. Yeah, that is it for my content creator.
Oh, wait. Any esports for you, bro?
Yes, I have just one, a big one. That Maxwell was so eager to know about.
I mean, I wasn't really that eager.
Yes, you were. So, EVO, the biggest fighting game competition of the year in the world, took place from August 4th to August 6th, 2023. There were a whole bunch of games that were played, but there were 8 main games that were on the main stage, and I'll talk you through who won, or the top 3 for each of these games. Let's get started. But EVO, a bunch of things, also side notes before I get to the winners, a bunch of things were announced, some new games, or like I said before, Mortal Kombat trailer was announced, Tekken 8 was playable, Project L, which is Riot's fighting game, which I'm actually very interested in. This might be the one Riot game that I actually will get into, assuming it's on PlayStation 4. But this game is still a ways away from release. Tammy, I'm not sure if you're a fighter. Oh, you like Street Fighter. I think this would interest you. You know what Project L is, right?
Nope.
Really? It's Riot's fighting game that are taking characters from League of Legends.
See, now I've heard about this many times, but like, where it at? It's you know,
dude, there's so much footage. There's so much footage now. You can go check it out online. So right now, there's Yasuo. Who's the guy with the big axe? Darius? Not Darius.
You're correct. It is Darius.
Darius, Ari, and Echo. Those are the 4 characters that are in the current build right now. So I've been looking at gameplay. It looks awesome. It looks a little too stiff for me, but hey, man, I haven't touched it yet, so we'll get to see. So yeah, Project L was available to play. MK1 was available to play, and a whole other bunch of stuff. So let's get started with the winners and the top 3. Let's start off with Street Fighter 6. Top 3, in 3rd place was Punk, 2nd place was Mena RD, and in 1st place was Angry Bird. Angry Bird, awesome play from the Middle East, awesome win, awesome dub. It was a good final to watch. Tekken 7, top 3, in 3rd place, Ulsan, 2nd place, AO, and in 1st place, who is now a 4-time EVO champion, the Wonder Man from Pakistan, the legend himself, Arslan Ash. He is brilliant at Tekken 7. He's a legend at this point. So yeah, good for him. Evo 2023 Guilty Gear Strive top 3 were third place Daru Ino, second place NBNHMR, and in first place TSM Leffen. Now Leffen, TSM has been, as an organization, has been catching a bunch of L's. But there are a few things that are keeping them. Yeah, dude. But there are a few things that have been keeping them up. And one of them is their Apex team, which is doing pretty well. They won the Split 1 playoffs and they came second in the Split 2 playoffs, and they've qualified for the champions in September. So that's Apex, and Leffen is also seen as one of the people who's keeping TSM alive because he's just dub after dub. And he won Guilty Gear Strive. His main game is Smash Melee, but he's also in Guilty Gear Strive, and he is a beast. As you can tell, he was first place. Now, moving on to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. In third place, came Blue River. Excuse me, I'm so sorry for butchering your name. In second place, Evasion, and in second place, Evasion, and in first place, Jabril. MK11, Mortal Kombat 11. Yes, Tommy?
No. I'm just trying to fucking so many But anyways, continue.
Sorry, I'm throwing so many names at you guys. So yeah, in MK11, third place Scorpion Prox, second place Nicholas, and in first place Ninja Killer. And I'm so happy for Ninja Killer. I think this is his first Evo win. He came close a few years ago, but he lost to Sonic Fox, who is considered the best. But I don't think Sonic Fox actually took part this Evo. He was there at Evo, but he didn't take part this year. So I saw to my knowledge. I'm not saying that's why Ninja Killer won. I'm just saying Sonic Fox didn't take this. But Ninja Killer is an awesome player. What a beast. Still got many years ahead of him. First place. Huge job. Now, Dragon Ball Fighters. In third place, Nitro. Second place, Yasha. First place, Hikari. Melty Blood, which is a game I had never heard of before Evo.
The fuck?
Bruh. In third place, Jimmy Tran. Second place, Dai. First place, Moai. King of Fighters 15. In third place, Mok. Second place, E.T. First place, Xiao Hai. And that is it for Evo. Maxwell, any questions? Tommy, any questions?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Did I satisfy your curiosity, Maxwell?
Told you it was barely a curiosity.
Right. But anyway, yep, that's my Evo. That's my esports done.
Oh,
That's your Hero Academia.
Bars.
Good one.
Anything from you, Max?
I do not have anything to add.
Bars. Alrighty. Moving on to the news blitz. Lol.
Hey,
I have two things.
Hey. Discussion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck. What do you want to discuss, bro?
Nothing. I'm just saying you forgot about the discussion.
Oh my! Wow. Just want you guys to know before the podcast even started, we did ask each other. But anyways, Max, anything you want to discuss?
What do you guys think about AI in gaming? So on Twitter, there was a person who put up a video clip of Moist Critical playing a game where apparently there was an AI generated voice, and the person who put up the clip of Moist Critical playing claimed that the AI generated voice sounded like the voice actress who did I believe she played Jess in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and she played, who's that girl in Last of Us Left Behind, the one who was Ellie's love interest or best friend or whatever.
Riley.
Yes, I believe it's the same voice actor. I could be wrong, but so the person was saying how can they were offended that AI voice is imitating actual artists and all of that stuff, and other people like they don't know if it really sounds like her. They feel like it's kind of like a mix where they feel maybe the company took several samples for the AI to work off, and then that's where the voice comes from. But people say they hear part of her, but they also hear other voice actresses. So I just wanted to check with you guys, how do you feel about all of this stuff of AI in gaming and just AI in media? because it seems to be specifically, the way I'm looking at it is, I feel like there are two sides to the coin. On the evil side, the malicious side, is how, big companies are going to be replacing humans with AI to avoid paying labor and all of that stuff. Like what's going on with Hollywood right now. I believe Netflix and Disney have put in $200 million plus in investing in AI, getting people who can work on AI generators so that they can stop paying actual human beings for that. But then on the positive side, I also look at it as starting companies that are starting up or up and coming, who don't necessarily have the budget or the fiscal finance, whatever the economic term is, to support such things. They can turn to AI to sort of, a one fixed cost to do a whole bunch of different things for them. And maybe as they grow bigger, they can start saying, okay, no more use of AI. Let's actually get proper talent to do these things. Because imagine you're one or two people who want to make a video game and you're ambitious, but you don't have the resources to make the type of game you want to make. However, if you pay a measly $30 subscription per month, I know that's not really measly, but I'm just using this as an example. You could get so much out of that subscription. Is that evil? Is that wrong? So me personally, I'm of the opinion that I feel AI has a place. You just have to, it's a situation by situation type of thing. It's not a black and white type of situation.
Okay. All right. I think that's Tommy. What do you think?
So for me, the guy that I forget his name. Fucking Jesse Pinkett. What? Is it Jesse Pinkman? Fuck. From Breaking Bad.
Aaron Paul.
Yes, Aaron Paul, right, the actor, right. So he found that he was in a game advert. I can't remember which game. I don't know if it was Total War or some shit, but those like stupid adverts of games where like it's a puzzle you need to solve and it's so fucking easy, but they obviously like making it so that it's not, or they'll be like, I can't believe what everyone was saying about this game. It's totally real. It's totally cool. They used his voice and his face, and it was an AI. Like they just had a picture of him, but the mouth was just moving. Everything else was just a still photo, but the mouth was just edited to move, and it was like using his voice, obviously using AI to get certain phrases that he says in like a lot of TV shows and everything. So like, he's been obviously put onto notice with that. A lot of other like what's this OnlyFriends models have found that AI is also using their faces on adverts for prawn. You can find it on like your prawn hub or your XNXX, all this shit. I'm just saying names, man. Shit. Exposing the good locations. But anyways, so stuff like this, like it is getting hectic. But I saw a YouTube video that says the reason why this is happening so frequently is because at some point, if you have downloaded, like he had like a whole list of apps that if you have downloaded any of those apps, you have already given them free use to use your face because it's in their terms and conditions. One of them being Lensa. If you guys have used the Lensa app to make yourself, into AI or whatever, when AI was like bursting into the scene and people wanted AI photos, they would like go into Lensa, type in their name and give a selfie. You have to give Lensa like a selfie, then it will AI regenerate your picture into like something cool. If you've used Lensa,
that's part of the reason why I avoided those craze, because a lot of those were Chinese companies where it's just like you're just giving China all your information.
See, the information part is one thing, but in the terms and conditions where they explicitly state that you give them the right to use your face in anything that they choose and for no cost whatsoever. So now imagine, if you will, celebs who have used this app unwillingly, not reading the terms and conditions, and now this is happening. They can't even file good enough like lawsuits. At best, they can file a DMCA strike and a cease and desist. At best.
It comes with the territory, because it's kind of like similar to what Hollywood is trying to implement, which the strikes are trying to fight, where Hollywood studios want to be able to use, like, if you are what are those people in the background called? The actors who make up the backgrounds who never talk, where in the movie they're mouthing words but they're not really talking when things are being recorded.
Extras,
that's the one. They want to be able to AI generate extras from past movies and use their likeness and all of that without ever paying those people fees again. So if they're allowed to go ahead with that, that means if you're an extra in one movie, they can use your likeness forever moving forward, and they'll never ever need extras again going forward. So that one time you got paid pennies or peanuts, they can now freely use your likeness and whatever related to that without any extra cost. They're just probably going to be paying the developing studios, the AI developers, for all of these things. So yeah, I'm not surprised about likeness being used and all of that stuff. It's the direction we're going, especially when people don't read terms and services.
But it's flipping nuts, bro. Like, guys, South Park has been warning us this entire time about reading your terms and conditions. It's getting to a point now where I think almost everyone should be fucking reading them, even if, like, a lot of people have this whole conception.
Wait. My counter argument to that is, so you read it and then what? The reason I don't bother reading terms and conditions is because I know it's not to my favor. However, I need that thing which I'm going to use. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't agree to the terms and conditions, so I don't use the thing, then what?
So the thing is, whether you want to use it or not, just understand any form of risk that you're taking, literally any. And I know a lot of people have that argument saying, yeah, but I'm not famous enough, you know, for someone to use my face or anything. Bro, it's not even about that. You never know when your face is going to be used. Like, I've seen people literally want to run to Meta and force them to remove a sticker that people have made of that person. Yeah, now obviously it's spread across the entire world at that point.
That's where I would just like to add to that, where it comes down to the territories to protect individuals. Because I personally feel, in terms of privacy protection, I feel Europe is the most ahead. Because something like Google, in Europe, you're allowed to report to Google and ask for specific things. Like, if you appear in search terms and you don't like those, you can request to Google, if your argument is valid, for them to remove you from the search, and your results will not appear anywhere. But that's specifically in Europe, where they have privacy laws protecting them like that. Africa is not developed enough. South America is not developed enough. Asia don't give a rat's ass enough. America don't give a rat's ass. If anything, America uses it, North America that is, uses it to their advantage. Asia, some places don't care. Some places like China use it to their advantage. So I don't see other continents, and who cares about Australia? I don't see other continents getting into the point where Europe is at.
No, I agree there. I agree. Jurisdictions and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my piece, bro. Kojo?
So this is a topic I haven't really had a lot of time to think about. But Ubisoft, I don't know if they said they were going to, or they were thinking about using AI to sort of write side quests and things like that. And I think that's fine, I guess. If, like, I know that a lot of people, especially, okay, when it comes to Ubisoft games and their side quests, I guess nobody's gonna notice the difference. But side quests in games can be so pivotal that they actually elevate the main game. Sometimes the side quests are actually better than the main story quest. Like, I can give an example, Skyrim.
Quick question.
Yes.
Didn't Ubisoft want to do more with that? They also wanted to have AI NPC generated speech.
Something along those. I think so. Yeah. But yeah, let me continue. So, like I said, it's like Maxwell said, I guess you pick and choose time and place. But it's one of those things where I think I've said this before, it sort of takes away the human element of someone has crafted these stories these deep, in-depth characters and everything, and to just have an AI just write something and be like, okay, let's replace what this person has worked so hard on. Let's have AI do it instead. I feel like that's it sort of now makes jobs redundant now. It's like, okay, we don't need to hire these people now. They're fired. AI has taken their jobs. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's the irony of AI taking over people's jobs in the creative space? To be able to do all of this, the AI had to absorb thousands of past data or data, however you want to call it, of what people created. AI wasn't suddenly invented that could understand what is art, what is creativity, and what is all of these things. It's like, it looked at databases to figure out how all of these things work, to start pattern recognition, and then it can start creating its own thing. So it's kind of ironic that they're trying to take over people pushing AI are trying to make it take over human work when it needed human work to even be possible.
Yeah, I hear you, which is true. Last point I'm going to make, and this is a point that I saw Moist Critical raise in one of his videos concerning a YouTuber called Kombat. Now, back in the day, he used to do GTA stuff, Minecraft stuff, used to be big. Now, he's pretty much turned his channel into an AI version. Like, so he doesn't even run his channel anymore. AI runs his channel. An AI version of himself does the videos. So instead of him talking, it's an AI version of Kwebbelkop. You see an AI, instead of like, you know, in the corner of the video, you have like someone's face cam. It's not him, it's like an AI bitmoji, as Moist Critical called it, of him. And then the whole video is just generated to AI. His Twitter account is now run by AI. He's pretty much gone all in on AI now, because he's like, AI is the future. And he was like, in the future, 99.9% of content creators or content, you know, will all be AI done. So he's pretty much put all his eggs in the AI basket. And Moist Critical is like, this is, well, he didn't really say he was concerned, but he was like, he's pretty much just highlighting that this is where AI is going. And and it's scary. Well, not scary stuff, but it's getting to a point where he says, Moist Critical says, it will get to a point where you won't be able to tell the difference. And I agree.
Yeah,
it will get to a point where you will not be able to tell the difference between what is AI and what is actual human. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But I urge people to go check out Kwebbelkop and then his AI videos, and also check out Moist Critical's video on him, because he does a more eloquent job of what I'm saying now. Okay, that's my piece. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say, so here's my final piece. So I just wanted to add to what you just said, Kojo, is that I've seen right now on YouTube, the big thing, and I suppose it's on other social media platforms, is blowing up, is having a faceless channel, which is all AI generated. Script comes from ChatGPT. Video editing is done by AI. You don't show your face, anything. You pick your niche and then let AI take care of everything. And it's called faceless YouTube. People can go search that up, but that's the new craze right now, making money without you creating personal content, just AI generated, and then you never having to show your face.
See, but guys, we knew this would happen ever since Amaranth's Amaranth's assistant. Like, it's a AI generated Amaranth literally talking to peeps. Not in stream. I don't think she's activated on stream yet. I think on her streams on Twitch and Kick, it's just a bot. But like on OnlyFriends, like, it's there, bruh. Like, that AI assistant is there doing the works and wonders. There's a whole TikToker who apparently passed away a while ago, and the videos that you now see that his account is still releasing are also AI generated, where he's just reacting to certain videos. So that one though, I don't know if it's a myth or if it's like, you know, whatever, but it's still very much freaky. And even nowadays, like in Prawn, man, like, there's so many AI generated things now. Like, it's insane. But it's always just interesting to see, like, the one character in one AI generated Prawn movie has like 6 fingers. Like, it's interesting. They use the 6th finger, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, anyways, moving on to the news blitz. What you got for us, Max?
All right, so you guys remember the Apple versus Epic Games case?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it seems to have come to its end, as the US Supreme Court has ruled in favor of Apple over Epic. This means Apple can continue charging developers 30% on App Store fees. Then, in stranger news, how familiar are you guys with Pokemon? Like, do you know all the different Pokemon's names? Like, I'm about to mention a name.
No.
Okay, so do you guys know the Pokemon Wiglet?
Okay, yes, yeah.
No.
Well, okay, for those who you don't know, it's okay that you don't know. I also am not familiar with Pokemon, and I only know Wiglet. Like, if you show me what they look like, I know them by appearance, but I don't know any of their names except your Charizards and Pikachu nonsense, whatnot. And I forget what the frog or the water-based one was. But anyway, the Pokemon Company, and I'll elaborate for you, Kojo, decided to make a Wiglet plushie. And there's no other way to say it. There's no other way to say it. But so, Kojo, Wiglet is a worm looking like Pokemon coming out from the ground, a white one. So the plushie the plushie they decided to make looks like a dildo. Yeah, it looks like a dildo or a vibrator, whichever is your preference. And everyone is scratching their head as in, why? Who looked at Wiglet and was like, yeah, we need a plushie of that. Like, imagine going to buy a Wiglet, sewing it open, taking out all the cotton and putting something harder in it and sewing it back.
I see that happening. I see that happening.
All right. And then in the last bit of news blitz, we have Keith David, the voice actor for Halo's Arbiter, Mass Effect's Captain Anderson, MK11 Spawn, Final Fantasy VII Remix Barrett Wallace, and the voice of many more iconic characters will take over Lance Reddick's legacy as voice commander Zavala in Destiny 2.
Yeah, so this is very wholesome.
I saw that as well. Yeah, I think they chose a very good person for that role. Yeah.
A lot of people are happy with the selection, saying yes, the voice is going to be different, but if it was anyone they could have selected, this was the right person. And I suppose it brings in another conversation about when somebody passes away. Do you retire their role or do you pass it on to the next person? But that's a conversation for another time.
If I'm being honest, like before I knew it was Lance Reddick, I actually thought it was Keith David voicing Zavala in Destiny, like deadass, you know. But yeah, fuck. Nah, GG's to him, man. GG's to him. News bits from my side. The Last Ronin trailer was released a day prior to the recording of this. So 11th of August. Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for those of you who don't know.
It showed a whole bunch of nothing.
It literally did. It literally did.
I just want to cut in that it's part of the showcase. So if people go to the showcase, they'll see it. Because remember, I mentioned the showcase and I said the two games of interest were Last Ronin and South Park.
Yep. Yes, and you're nothing there, bruh. Nothing. But anyways. And yeah, that's pretty much it for News Blitz from me. Kojo, anything from you? News Blitz?
No, I'm good.
Okay, away. Well, that brings us to the end of this show. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you've come this far, big shout out to our main supporters. Y'all know who you are. Mali. Yeah, so that has been the weekly patch notes. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Please leave a like, subscribe, and follow for more. We release weekly. And yeah, it's been Thamziri, your main host, with Kid Kojo and Maxwell from X to Skip. To your lovely ears and your hearts. We'll check you guys next week for some more gaming tidbits. Peace out.